Ladies and gentlemen, there's a mentality that separates the achievers from the average, the warriors from the warriors, and it's something I like to call the alpha beast mentality. Now, I'm not talking about some fleeting motivation or some quick burst of energy. No, this mentality is about embracing an unshakable mindset, a way of thinking that is rooted in strength, focus, and relentless pursuit of greatness. It's the mindset that pushes you to keep going when others stop, to rise again when life knocks you down, and to perform at your highest level regardless of the circumstances. To adopt this mentality, you must first understand that the alpha beast is not just a title, but a way of life. It's a philosophy that governs your actions, your decisions, and your habits. It's about taking responsibility for your life, rejecting excuses, and owning your power. You are not a victim of your environment, you are the master of it. An alpha beast doesn't wait for opportunities to come knocking. He creates them. He doesn't settle for mediocrity, he strives for excellence, not for the praise of others, but because he knows the value of his own potential. He understands that greatness is not given, it's earned through sacrifice, discipline, and the willingness to outwork everyone around you. It's easy to talk about success when things are going well, but the alpha beast mentality is tested in times of adversity. It's about rising above fear, doubt, and criticism and using those things as fuel to drive you further. It's about never letting setbacks define you, but rather using them to redefine yourself. So what does it take to develop this alpha beast mentality? It takes an unwavering commitment to personal growth, the courage to face your fears, and the discipline to do what others won't. It takes a mindset that is always looking for solutions, not problems. It's about living with purpose, setting high standards, and refusing to accept anything less than your best. If you want to be an alpha beast, you must start by changing the way you think. You must become obsessed with your goals, dedicated to your growth, and relentless in your pursuit of success. The world doesn't owe you anything, but if you bring the alpha beast mentality into your life, you'll find that success will come to you. Not because you wait for it, but because you're ready for it. So embrace the challenge, rise above the ordinary, and step into the power of your potential. The world is waiting for you to show up as your best self. And with the alpha beast mentality, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Taking full responsibility means owning every aspect of your life, both the good and the bad. It's about recognizing that no matter what happens, you have a part to play in the outcome. You can't blame your circumstances, your upbringing, or other people for where you are right now. Life isn't about waiting for someone else to fix things for you. It's about you taking charge of your own destiny. When you take full responsibility, you stop playing the victim. You stop looking for excuses or reasons why things aren't working out. Instead, you ask yourself, what can I do to change this? What's my role in this situation? This mindset shifts the power back to you. It empowers you to take action and control your future. The world owes you nothing. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you can step into your true potential. The most successful people don't wait for things to be handed to them. They go out and create their opportunities. They don't wait for the economy to improve or for the stars to align. They make the most of their circumstances and work with what they have. They understand that their success is a direct result of the decisions they make. When you take full responsibility, you stop blaming others for your setbacks. You stop pointing fingers at the economy, your boss, or your family. Instead, you look within and ask yourself what you can do differently to create better outcomes. You start making decisions that align with your goals and dreams. You take control of your actions, your attitude, and your habitude. It's important to realize that you can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Your response is what shapes your future. Will you be a victim of your circumstances, or will you rise above them? Taking full responsibility means choosing to rise even when things are tough. Remember, you are the architect of your life. The life you have right now is a result of the decisions you've made in the past. If you want to change your future, it starts with changing the decisions you make today. Own your mistakes, learn from them, and move forward. Take pride in your ability to shape your own future. The moment you take full responsibility is the moment you begin to transform your life. Set high standards for yourself, because the quality of your life is directly determined by the standards you hold. If you don't have high standards, you will simply float through life, reacting to circumstances and settling for whatever comes your way. But when you set standards that demand excellence, you create a life that aligns with your true potential. Too often, people lower their expectations to match their current situation, thinking they are being realistic. But this kind of thinking only keeps you stuck. When you lower your standards, you limit your growth, your opportunities, and your success. Instead, raise your standards, set expectations for yourself that will stretch you and push you to grow. The key here is not just to have high standards, but to be relentless in maintaining them. It's not about setting lofty goals once and forgetting about them. It's about creating habits and practices that ensure your daily actions are aligned with those standards. You have to expect the best from yourself every day, regardless of how you feel. This requires discipline, consistency, and a refusal to settle for anything less than your best effort. When you set high standards, you naturally surround yourself with people and opportunities that reflect those standards. You become a magnet for excellence, and people will start to treat you the way you treat yourself. If you don't demand much from yourself, don't expect others to either. But if you set the bar high and constantly strive to meet it, you'll find that others will step up to meet you at that level. Setting high standards also means holding yourself accountable. When you set the bar high, you are responsible for meeting it. There's no room for excuses, no room for complacency. You know that if you want to achieve greatness, you must constantly hold yourself to the highest possible standard in every area of your life, your work, your relationships, your health, and your personal development. It's easy to settle into mediocrity when life gets tough or when things don't go as planned. But the most successful people, the ones who truly excel, are those who maintain their high standards in the face of adversity. When challenges arise, they don't back down. Instead, they raise the bar even higher. They see setbacks as opportunities to strengthen their resolve, not as reasons to give up. So make a commitment today. Don't let yourself fall into the trap of mediocrity. Set your standards high and refuse to settle for anything less. The life you're living right now is a reflection of the standards you've set. If you want to see a change, start by raising those standards. Your future self will thank you for it. Discipline is the key that unlocks your potential and transforms your dreams into reality. Without it, you'll find that success remains just a distant vision, something you hope for but never quite reach. Discipline isn't about being perfect or having an iron will at all times. It's about showing up consistently, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the things you know you need to do, even when the rewards aren't immediate or obvious. If you want to achieve something remarkable, you have to make discipline your best friend. It's not something that just happens, it's something you develop over time through repeated intentional action. Discipline means setting a goal and sticking to it day after day, regardless of the obstacles or distractions that come your way. It's about setting a routine that supports your growth and being willing to stick to it, even when life tries to pull you off course. Success doesn't come to those who work hard for 1 week or even 1 month. It comes to those who commit to the process and have the discipline to keep going, even when the journey seems long. It's the discipline to keep learning, to keep improving, and to keep pushing forward no matter what. And this doesn't just apply to your professional life. Discipline is needed in all areas of life: your health, your relationships, your finances, and your personal growth. But here's the thing. Discipline doesn't have to be difficult or painful. In fact, it can be incredibly rewarding. The more you embrace discipline, the easier it becomes because you start seeing the results of your consistent actions. You begin to notice the progress, and that progress becomes its own motivation to keep going. Every small step forward is a victory, and with each victory, you build the momentum to achieve even more. There's a powerful truth about discipline. Once you develop it in one area of your life, it spills over into other areas as well. If you can discipline yourself to wake up early every day and work on your goals, you'll find that it becomes easier to discipline yourself in other areas. Your work ethic improves, your health improves, your relationships improve. It's a ripple effect that spreads throughout your entire life. Now, it's important to understand that discipline isn't about being rigid or inflexible. It's about being consistent. It's about choosing long-term satisfaction over short-term pleasure. It's about making decisions today that align with the future you want to create. Sometimes that means saying no to distractions or things that feel good in the moment but aren't aligned with your goals. It's about being willing to make sacrifices now for the greater rewards that come later. So if you want to achieve anything significant in life, you have to develop discipline. There are no shortcuts, no magic formulas. It's simply about showing up, staying focused, and doing what needs to be done, even when it's uncomfortable. The discipline you build today will determine the success you experience tomorrow. The good news is, discipline is a skill you can build one action at a time. The question is, are you ready to embrace it? If you want to stand out, you have to be willing to do what others won't. Outworking everyone means putting in the extra hours, doing the things that others are too tired or too lazy to do, and pushing yourself to the limits when everyone else has quit. It's not about working harder for the sake of working harder. It's about working with intention, focus, and a relentless commitment to achieving your goals. Success isn't a lottery ticket. It doesn't just happen because you want it to. It's earned through effort, persistence, and outworking those around you. And let's be clear, this isn't about comparing yourself to others. This is about setting a standard for yourself and being willing to push beyond your limits day in and day out. It's about showing up when others make excuses, staying focused when others get distracted, and continuing to move forward when others give up. The difference between the average person and the person who achieves extraordinary things lies in the willingness to do the work, even when it's hard. It's easy to work when things are going well and when you're motivated. But true greatness is built when you show up during the tough times. When the road gets rough, the distractions get louder, and the comfort zone starts to call. That's when you have to double down and outwork everyone. Outworking everyone means not just working more hours, but working smarter. It means continually improving, learning, and adjusting your approach to get better results. It's about being proactive instead of reactive. If you're always thinking ahead, if you're always looking for ways to improve, you'll find that the work you put in will start to compound over time. Look around you. Most people are content with putting in the bare minimum. They want to do just enough to get by, to avoid conflict, to avoid standing out. But that's not how extraordinary people are made. Extraordinary people don't do the bare minimum. They go above and beyond because they understand that their success depends on their willingness to do what others won't. When you're willing to put in the effort that others are avoiding, you give yourself a massive advantage. Now, there's a misconception that outworking everyone means burning yourself out. But that's not true. Outworking everyone means making smart, focused decisions with your time. It means creating systems and routines that maximize your productivity without sacrificing your health or well-being. It's about being efficient with your time, and yes, sometimes it means working late nights, waking up early, or pushing through difficult situations. But it's always with purpose, always with focus, and always with the intention of moving closer to your goals. The reality is that success rarely comes to those who are just waiting for the right opportunity or the right moment. It comes to those who put in the work when the work is hard. It comes to those who make the sacrifices, the ones who refuse to quit, who push through fatigue, frustration, and doubt. If you're willing to outwork everyone, there's no limit to what you can accomplish. So ask yourself, are you willing to outwork the competition? Are you willing to put in the effort that most people aren't? Because that's where the magic happens. It's in the long hours, the constant learning, and the perseverance to keep going, even when no one else is. Outwork everyone and success will find you. Mastering your mindset is the foundation of everything you want to achieve. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world, and it determines how you respond to challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. If you want to succeed in life, you have to take control of your thoughts and emotions. It's not enough to have the right skills or the right plans. You must first cultivate the right mindset to make everything else work. The power of mindset cannot be underestimated. It's easy to let your circumstances dictate how you feel or what you do, but that's a recipe for mediocrity. Your mindset determines whether you see obstacles as problems or as opportunities to grow. It's the difference between giving up after one failure and trying again with greater resolve. It's the difference between staying stuck in a negative situation and using that situation to push yourself towards something better. Mastering your mindset starts with taking responsibility for your thoughts. Your thoughts lead to your actions, and your actions lead to your results. If you want better results, you must first think differently. Stop thinking that success is something that only happens to other people. Stop thinking that you're not good enough or that the world is working against you. Instead, choose to believe in your ability to succeed. Choose to believe that you can overcome anything, learn anything, and achieve anything you set your mind to. You have the power to control your thoughts. Yes, life will throw challenges your way, and yes, there will be times when things don't go as planned. But your mindset will determine how you deal with those challenges. Will you let them defeat you, or will you learn from them and grow stronger? Will you see them as setbacks, or will you see them as stepping stones to greater success? To master your mindset, you must also eliminate negativity. It's easy to get caught up in negative self-talk, to believe the limiting beliefs that others may have placed on you, or to be influenced by the negativity around you. But you cannot afford to let negativity take root in your mind. Replace those negative thoughts with positive affirmations, empowering beliefs, and a relentless focus on your goals. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on the possibilities, on what you can control, and on what you can achieve. Your mindset also needs to be one of resilience. Life is going to test you. There will be moments of doubt, frustration, and failure. But your ability to stay focused on your vision, no matter how tough things get, will determine your success. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep going when it feels like giving up would be easier. It's the commitment to continue pushing forward even when the road gets tough. Another important aspect of mastering your mindset is developing an abundance mentality. So many people approach life with a scarcity mindset, believing that there isn't enough to go around, that opportunities are limited, and that success is reserved for a select few. But the truth is, there is more than enough opportunity, wealth, and success to go around for everyone. The key is to change your thinking. When you believe that the world is full of abundance, you approach challenges with creativity, resourcefulness, and confidence. Lastly, you must surround yourself with positive influences. Your mindset is influenced by the people you spend time with, the books you read, and the content you consume. If you want to cultivate a strong, successful mindset, seek out those who are on the same journey. Spend time with those who inspire you, challenge you, and support your growth. Fill your mind with the thoughts, ideas, and stories of those who have mastered their mindset and achieved success. Mastering your mindset is not an overnight process. It's something that requires constant effort and dedication. But the rewards are limitless. When you take control of your mind, you take control of your life. You gain the power to create the future you desire, to overcome any obstacle, and to achieve anything you set your sights on. The question is, are you ready to master your mindset and take control of your destiny? Adversity is inevitable. It's not a matter of if you'll face challenges in life, it's when. And here's the truth. Adversity isn't there to break you. It's there to build you. It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't going your way, to throw in the towel and quit. But the people who rise above their circumstances, the ones who truly succeed, are those who push through adversity with resilience, determination, and a relentless belief that they can overcome anything. When life throws obstacles in your path, you have two choices. You can let those obstacles stop you, or you can let them fuel you. The choice is yours. It's in those moments when everything seems difficult, when nothing seems to be working out, that your true character is revealed. The successful person doesn't quit when times are tough. They dig deeper, push harder, and keep moving forward. It's not about avoiding hardship, but about how you respond to it. The key to pushing through adversity is understanding that setbacks are not failures, they are lessons. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, to develop new skills, and to prove to yourself just how much you're capable of. You might stumble, you might fall, but as long as you get back up, you're moving forward. Every time you overcome a difficulty, you become more resilient, more determined, and more capable of handling whatever comes next. It's also crucial to remember that adversity is temporary. The difficult times you're facing now won't last forever. You might be in the storm right now, but eventually that storm will pass. And when it does, you'll be stronger for having gone through it. The pain, the frustration, the setbacks, they're all part of the process. They don't define you, but your response to them does. The person who keeps moving forward, who doesn't allow adversity to dictate their future, is the person who ultimately finds success. Another important aspect of pushing through adversity is maintaining your focus on the bigger picture. In the heat of the moment, it's easy to get overwhelmed by the details, to get caught up in the frustration of the situation. But you must remind yourself of your end goal. What are you working toward? Why did you start this journey in the first place? Keeping your vision clear and staying focused on your long-term goals will give you the strength to push through the tough times. You have to be willing to make sacrifices and put in the hard work, even when it seems like nothing is going your way. Success isn't always a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and bumps along the way. But those bumps are what make the success worthwhile. They're the moments that shape you, that test your resolve, and that ultimately prepare you for even greater success. It's also important to surround yourself with a support system when you're facing adversity. When things get tough, it's easy to isolate yourself and feel like you're on your own. But no one achieves success alone. Find people who believe in you, who can offer encouragement, who have been through their own struggles and come out stronger. Their support will help lift you up when you feel like giving up. Push through adversity, not just because it's the right thing to do, but because you owe it to yourself to reach your full potential. Every obstacle you overcome, every challenge you face and conquer, takes you one step closer to the person you're meant to be. The true test of your character is how you handle the tough times. When you can face adversity head-on, with strength and perseverance, you prove that nothing is too difficult for you to overcome. The road to success is paved with challenges. Embrace them, don't run from them. Push through the adversity, learn from it, and let it propel you toward greater success. Remember, the only way out is through. When you keep pushing, you'll eventually emerge on the other side stronger, wiser, and closer to achieving your dreams. Personal growth is the single most important investment you can make in your life. If you want your life to improve, your circumstances to change, or your success to grow, it all starts with you. The person you are today is the result of the decisions you've made up until now. And if you want to create a future that's different from your present, you have to begin by changing yourself. This isn't just about acquiring new skills or knowledge, it's about evolving into the best version of yourself. Most people are too comfortable with where they are. They're content with the status quo, with the same routines, and with the same mindset they've had for years. But the truth is, nothing will change unless you change. The world is constantly moving forward, and if you're not committed to growing, you'll quickly be left behind. That's why valuing personal growth is essential. It's the foundation for everything you want to achieve. It's the fuel that propels you toward your dreams, and it's the secret to a fulfilled and successful life. To truly value personal growth, you must take responsibility for your development. You can't wait for someone else to change you or for the right opportunity to come along. It's up to you to take the first step, whether it's through reading, learning new skills, seeking feedback, or reflecting on your experiences. Personal growth requires you to be proactive. You have to be willing to put in the work, to push yourself outside of your comfort zone, and to commit to becoming a better version of yourself every single day. Personal growth also means embracing change. Change is often uncomfortable and people naturally resist it. But nothing grows in your comfort zone. To grow, you must be willing to challenge yourself, to face uncertainty, and to step into the unknown. It's through these challenges that you discover new strengths and uncover your true potential. When you embrace change, you open yourself up to a world of new possibilities. One of the most powerful aspects of personal growth is that it's not just about achieving external success. The most valuable growth happens internally. It's about developing mental toughness, emotional intelligence, and resilience. It's about learning to manage your thoughts and emotions so they don't control you. It's about building the discipline to stay focused on your goals even when obstacles arise. Personal growth teaches you how to handle challenges with grace, how to persevere when things get tough, and how to continue moving forward even when the road seems difficult. Another important part of valuing personal growth is understanding that growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that takes time. You won't wake up tomorrow with all the answers or be instantly transformed. But as you commit to growth day in and day out, you'll start to notice the small changes that accumulate over time. These small changes will lead to bigger shifts in your mindset, your actions, and your results. The key is consistency. Just like planting a seed, it takes time for your efforts to bear fruit, but with patience and persistence, the results will come. Valuing personal growth also means being open to feedback and criticism. No one is perfect, and there's always room for improvement. If you're not willing to listen to others and learn from their perspectives, you'll miss valuable opportunities for growth. Seek out people who challenge you, who push you to think differently, and who hold you accountable. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to be better, who encourage you to grow, and who remind you that there's always more to learn. Ultimately, the value of personal growth lies in the person you become along the way. Every step you take toward becoming a better version of yourself makes you more capable, more resilient, and more prepared for success. The world rewards those who are constantly improving because they bring value to everything they do. The more you grow, the more you can contribute to others and the world around you. So make personal growth a priority. Commit to learning, evolving, and becoming the best version of yourself. Understand that every effort you put into developing yourself will pay off in ways you can't even imagine. As you grow, so too will your opportunities, your success, and your life. Personal growth is the gift that keeps on giving. It's the best investment you can make and the one that will pay the greatest dividends in the long run. Being relentless in the pursuit of excellence means giving everything you have to become the best version of yourself in every area of your life. It's not about being perfect because perfection isn't the goal. It's about continuously striving for improvement no matter what challenges you face or how long the journey takes. Excellence is a standard, a commitment to doing your absolute best, and it's a mindset you must adopt if you truly want to succeed. Most people settle for mediocrity because it's easier, because it's comfortable. They go through life doing just enough to get by, thinking that the bare minimum is enough. But here's the reality: mediocrity never brings greatness. If you want to stand out, if you want to accomplish something remarkable, you must be relentless in your pursuit of excellence. This doesn't mean doing the same things over and over and expecting different results. It means constantly pushing yourself to reach higher, to do better, and to never stop improving. Excellence is a habit, not an event. It's not something that happens by accident. It's something you commit to every single day. It requires discipline, focus, and an unwavering determination to get better every day. It's about setting high standards for yourself and refusing to settle for less than your best, even when the work gets hard or the results don't come immediately. Excellence doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent effort and an unwavering commitment to your craft, you will see progress, and that progress will propel you toward success. The key to being relentless is not just working hard, but working smart. Excellence is about being strategic with your time and energy. It's about focusing on the things that matter most, the things that will move you closer to your goals. It's about being intentional in your actions, always seeking ways to improve and not allowing distractions or setbacks to derail your efforts. When you're relentless, you become obsessed with finding ways to be better, to do better, and to push your limits. Excellence is also about resilience. The road to success is not a straight path, and you will face obstacles along the way. There will be times when things don't go as planned, when failure seems inevitable, and when you're tempted to quit. But being relentless means refusing to give up. It's about bouncing back stronger when things get tough and using error as a lesson, not a reason to stop. You learn from your mistakes, you grow stronger, and you keep moving forward with the same intensity and focus as before. You also have to be relentless in your pursuit of knowledge and self-improvement. Excellence is not just about your skills or your work ethic, it's about your mindset. If you're not constantly learning, growing, and challenging yourself, you're stagnating. You need to seek out new information, learn from others who have achieved excellence, and apply those lessons to your own life. Excellence requires you to evolve, to adapt, and to never stop learning. The more you invest in your personal and professional development, the greater the level of excellence you can reach. Being relentless in pursuit of excellence also means taking responsibility for your results. It means looking at your life and saying, if I want to achieve something extraordinary, I need to put in the work. I need to take full responsibility for my success. You can't blame others for your shortcomings, and you can't wait for the perfect circumstances to take action. You must take ownership of your journey, make the necessary sacrifices, and commit to giving your best effort every single day. Excellence also requires you to maintain a high level of integrity. It's not just about achieving great results, it's about achieving them the right way. Your reputation, your character, and your values are just as important as your accomplishments. Excellence means doing the right thing even when no one is watching. It's about upholding the highest standards in everything you do, from your work to your relationships to your personal conduct. Ultimately, being relentless in the pursuit of excellence means never settling for good enough. It's about setting a higher standard for yourself and continually striving to meet it. Excellence is a journey, not a destination, and the more relentless you are in that pursuit, the more you will grow, evolve, and succeed. The relentless pursuit of excellence is not just about achieving great things, it's about becoming a person who consistently delivers their best day in and day out in every area of life. So commit to excellence. Never stop striving, never stop learning, and never stop improving. Keep pushing yourself to be better, to do better, and to never settle for mediocrity. When you embrace the pursuit of excellence with relentlessness, you will achieve more than you ever thought possible.